Hey guys, Super Stoop here, and it's been so long since I've said that, and it feels great to be back.
Quote unquote, I'm back.
We've got a video for you today. It's looking at the Kick.com streaming platform, which is looking to be rivaling Twitch. They're making a lot of noise at the moment. They're the new kids on the block.
Not a huge surprise, but clearly one of the great comebacks since Burt Reynolds' hairline.
I'm pretty excited about them, and I don't want this to be a negative video because I know there's a lot of negative press. We'll get into that in a little bit, but I really want this to be a discussion, a good forum. Ultimately, if you don't care about my opinion, which it's been 2 years, who does, right? But I do care about your opinion, so let's start a discussion in the comments below. Right, let's get into it. So first things first, we're going to take a brief look into the history of Kick. What is Kick? So Kick is a brand new streaming platform. It has been launched by the company Stake, who obviously have a big presence previously on Twitch before gambling got banned, but not really banned. And of course, you have people like Drake, etc. on Instagram, always showing their stakes, their gambles, whether that be on the Super Bowl or just blackjack or roulette or anything like that. It's been launched by TrainWrecksTV, who is obviously a previous Twitch partner, and he did have huge gambling streams on Twitch, often averaging around about 40k viewers, and sometimes hitting huge jackpots live on stream. And he was giving that money back out to his followers as well, which was pretty awesome. But ultimately, Twitch said this is just not going to work. We don't want to incentivize gambling. It's obviously going to hurt Twitch's ad revenue. So TrainWrecks went out there, spoke with Stake, and they decided to make their own streaming platform. So Kick.com was founded in October 2022, and it got almost 200,000 members signed up in the first 24 hours. So talk about making noise, talk about getting out of the blocks. That was something special, and that was all down to TrainWreck's promotion through Twitter, Instagram, etc. And of course, he has been aided heavily by Adin Ross as well. Adin has been shouting about it. Some very controversial stuff coming from Adin on the app as well. You can Google that. I'm really not going to go into it, but that did help to spread the word and get it noticed. I mean, if that was the marketing that they wanted to go for, then hey, so be it. It's working, right? So initial impressions of Kick, I'm sure you guys will have had your own, but when you look at the website, it does look exactly like Twitch, but maybe they've just changed a couple of things. The color, really. Pretty much a like for like from Twitch, and I assume that's because TrainWrecks and the rest of the team wanted it to be seamless for creators to move over. And judging by the creators that I've seen move over, it does look very easy to do so. You know, panels are the same size, profile picture is the same size, everything is really uniform, but they've just added a few more features in which they think it's gonna help. The most noticeable one is on the mobile app. Come to that in a short moment, but ultimately they do look the same, and for ease of access, it's got the creator dashboard and stuff. You can simply just move your stuff over. That's not an advert, by the way, although it did sound like it. People know what they get in. And probably one of the things that's holding Kick back right now in terms of like initial impressions is the nudity on the site. I mean, you go into like any of the categories and it's quite prevalent, and a lot of them are obviously ticked to, you know, be mature audiences, but you can still see the thumbnails even if you're not checked into mature content. So you can still kind of see things going on there. There's been a few controversial things on there. They are obviously looking to polish that up, which would obviously benefit the site and of course future advertisers, etc. But that is really like that's something that you would just say is like a poor initial impression coming onto the site there, because ultimately that's going to drive away family-friendly streamers and, more importantly, family-friendly advertisers as well. And I also think that is down to partly when obviously Kick launched and they had a lot of stuff going on there. They were trying to make as much noise as possible, really controversial. Obviously, it worked great for their marketing, but now they're sort of feeling the aftermath of that, where they had a lot of creators come over that wanted to do that kind of thing, that wanted to come over and they wanted to stream the Super Bowl, they wanted to get naked, they wanted to get their... Yeah. So now they have to deal with that, and if they do so, I think it's going to be looking like a really good product. So this is something that I really wanted to touch on. It's the community aspect of Kick.com, and something that I have personally noticed, and I recognize it from a few other things as well. A lot of people that have moved over to Kick.com are content creators, right? Even most of the viewers that I would say that I've seen in chats and stuff are also content creators themselves. And in the small to medium content creator community, there is this type of like hierarchy or ladder where you will network your way through up to the next rung and just try to get yourselves surrounded by better content creators with more concurrent viewers, more followers, etc., and just move your way up the ladder, because everybody wants to grow, right? And that is ultimately one of the best ways to grow as a small streamer, just networking, working with bigger people, getting collaborations, and moving on up. Now, is this a major problem? I don't think so, but I do think people need to be ultimately aware that a lot of the viewership that's going on right now on Kick.com, if it isn't botted, which TrainWrecks has said that there's a lot of issues with view botting at the moment, is the fact that everybody over there is a creator themselves, and the general public and average Joe and Mr. Content Consumer does not really know about Kick.com yet. Whether that changes because they just secured the F1 deal and now they're starting to get a nice base of streamers they can obviously advertise, and then that will bring in the average content consumer. I really hope that they can get a nice foundation, get some more advertising going, and be a really like for like rival to Twitch. So you simply can't make a video about Kick.com without talking about the money, the Skrilla, the Reddies, the money, the Wonga, because it is their USP, their unique selling point. TrainWrecks says very this into people from the start. We're going to give you a 95-5 split, which is huge, especially in comparison to Twitch, which currently have a 50-50 split. And of course, YouTube give their creators a 70-30 split on things like super chats, memberships, etc. So a 95-5 split is guaranteed to get people talking. And that is the main talking point for Kick.com. TrainWrecks has been absolutely adamant that the 95-5 split will stay, but personally, I really can't see it. Say like the average small streamer comes over and gets maybe, what, 100 to 200 subs a month. You're telling me if that creator gets 200 subscriptions in that month, Kick.com are only going to take $10 of that? I find that hard to be sustainable. I know obviously there's other ways that streaming platforms can make money, and one of them is advertising. And with obviously Kick's current sort of status as the bad boys, they're not going to get the bigger advertising deals that they probably could get if they didn't have all this controversy surrounding them. Maybe that will change in the future, and I sure hope so. But for now, I really can't see that being sustainable. I really think that this is just a case of an initial offer period. So you'll see a lot of places do this, like gyms. When you sign up, you'll get the first month free. Netflix and stuff like that, first 3 months free. Amazon Prime, you know, that kind of thing. Like, you always get like the initial offers coming in. You know, it's going to be 50% for the first 2 months, blah, 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 blah. You guys already know those deals because you see them everywhere. I feel like this is what this is for Kick. They're going to get people to move over, get established, make them, again, reliant on the platform, because that's why Twitch has done so well over the years, because people have been reliant on it. Make them reliant, build their communities, move them over there, and then probably drop it down. Again, that is just my opinion. And a lot of people think that Stake have unlimited money. You can have unlimited money, but it doesn't mean that you're going to just throw that away. At the end of the day, rich people don't stay rich by giving money away. That's just not how it works, right? And also, I've seen a lot of people think that Stake will integrate their gambling a lot more. They're hoping that a lot of people will come over and then obviously move over to Stake on the platform, and they will get a lot more money from people gambling on Stake, and that will make up for the revenue split. I can't see that being entirely fruitful again, but I personally just can't see that happening. But they obviously have the numbers in front of them, and if the conversion rate was high enough when Train was streaming over on Twitch, then maybe it might be worthwhile, and maybe that is why they can keep that 95-5 split. So to summarize my thoughts, I think that Kick.com is fantastic. I love that it's a like-for-like Twitch rival. I love that they're putting the pressure on them with the 95-5 split to pay creators more, because so many more creators would be able to go full-time if they could get some more money. And ultimately, if Kick does become a bigger and bigger platform, it takes the saturation out of Twitch as well. So you've got two heavy-hitting platforms where you can stream Fortnite and Apex and Call of Duty as a medium-sized creator without being miles down the categories. Also, the app dropped this week. I've had a chance to look at it very briefly, but I love the scrolling feature. But I do think that this might cause trolls, because if you have somebody in your stream that hasn't actually clicked on it because they liked the thumbnail, because they liked what they saw in the title, or they know you and follow you, and it's just an algorithm that's popped it in front of you, kind of like TikTok, there's going to be way more chance of trolls. And also it's that viewer retention as well. It's going to be very hard to keep viewers retention when again they can just scroll to the next one, and then lose you forever. And I think it's going to be fantastic if they use that swipe feature for clips and trending clips, and they create their own algorithm which pushes clips from smaller creators and incentivizes people to follow each other and stuff like that. I think that will be awesome, game changing, and personally I can't wait to see how it develops. I think TrainWrecks tweeted last night that they've got a lot more creators coming on board. I'm excited to see who those are, and of course guys, I am excited for your comments as well, so don't forget to leave them in the comment section below. And if I don't reply to every comment below, I will climb Snowdon in Crocs. Guys, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to drop a like on the video, comment, and please subscribe. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy Kick.com, enjoy Twitch, enjoy YouTube, and ultimately, just enjoy content. Be kind.